I have a date and Mario coming, so I gotta figure out how I'm gonna deal with that. How do I play both men?
Today, Ramona doubles down, Tinsley goes bust.
I didn't know you were being set up.
Way more game than that.
And the house always wins because Southern Charm's Craig Conover is here to lay all his cards on the table.
She knows how to do this without getting caught.
I think she's a man-eater.
This is your reality check.
You haven't seen nothing yet.
Welcome, everybody. It's Thirsty Thursday. Just ask Sonia. I am Lyndsey Rodrigues, and today I am joined by Southern Charm's Craig Conover. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Just ask you as well, Thirsty Thursday. Drinking Bud Lights first thing in the morning.
I mean, there's just certain things I can't talk about anymore without drinking, which
That's
I feel like
fair.
this is going to be a challenge.
That's
but.
fair. And also from People Magazine, we have Jodi Gugliemi. Welcome back to the show,
Thank
Jodi.
you.
So glad that you guys are here. We're going to dive right into our top 5 because there is a lot to cover as per usual. At number 5, Tammy Roman secretly tied the knot with her longtime boyfriend Reggie Youngblood last August. The two of them got hitched in Vegas and kept the union to themselves until now. So what is it with Vegas weddings recently? We saw Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner have one. Is this the new celebrity trend?
I think it very well could be. I think some people are really into the huge weddings. They want all the attention. And other people, they want it to be just for them. And Vegas is a fun weekend regardless, so why not do it there?
Yeah, I'm not against like the secret wedding thing, but I haven't thought about doing it in Vegas.
I mean, if you do it in Vegas, you have to go Elvis impersonator or it doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to go full blown.
Absolutely. At number 4, People Magazine got the exclusive first look at Bachelorette couple Rachel and Brian's engagement photos, and they went for a classically romantic theme for their pictures. What a great shot on the Brooklyn Bridge there. Based on these pictures, do we think that they'll do a modern wedding or something more traditional?
I think with both of their cultural backgrounds, it will be a little bit more modern. I think it is going to be a party. Like, I think it's going to be so much fun. They're both such high energy people that I think it's going to be all night dancing. I think it'll be amazing.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, but I think the ceremony might be a little more traditional.
That's true.
How did they shut down the bridge for those pictures?
I'm sure they photoshopped out all the millions of tourists.
Or some people do it at like 4 a.m.
Oh,
so
I would never. You could not get me out of bed for anything.
Me neither,
at 4 a.m. At number 3, Rob Kardashian is back on the gram, kind of. He was banned in 2007 for posting nudes of his ex, but Chris and Courtney took to Instagram on Tuesday morning to promote a new page at Rob Kardashian Official, but it turns out the account is an official fan page run by Jenner Communications and follows very specific rules and guidelines. So Rob remains banned from posting directly to the social media platform himself for the time being. But should Instagram lift the ban?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a pretty bad move what he did. I mean, I don't know. I just would never do that.
I think not everybody's cut out for social media, and you know, it could be for the best.
Actually, the ban could probably help, like some of the people that used to be on our show. If if you don't have the self-control.
And that stuff. All right, well, at number 2, last night Ramona was in full flirt mode. She hosted a male-dominated soiree at the Housewives' lavish Miami vacation rental, and she had her hands full with both her date and her ex-husband in attendance. Now, Craig, you've had some experience with having your ex at all these parties that you have to attend. Would you ever knowingly invite a new date to a party that your ex was going to be at?
I mean, I have to do it all the time, but for different motives than what Ramona did. You know? I mean, we can coexist, which is good, but I think Ramona clearly was trying to make someone jealous, and you know, I was just on Watch What Happens with her, and she's a handful in a great way. Yes, it's a little different, I think.
Okay, fair enough. At number 1, while on a treehouse getaway at the behest of her fellow castmate, Southern Charm's Catherine Dennis disclosed details about her tryst with Whitney, the biggest revelation being he kept his glasses on during the deed. So guys, do you reckon they got all steamed up like that scene in Titanic?
Listen, maybe he just really
Look how
wanted
bright red you're going.
Yeah.
Well, because I can just,
your best mate.
I can't stop visualizing it. Like,
Me either.
Him like wearing them to see better, but then they start to steam up and he can't like see anymore.
Sliding off his nose.
I know, I was going to say,
passion.
he clearly didn't want to miss any of the action.
One of our producers said it was romantic because it was like he just wanted to see her better. I was like, get out of my room.
Yeah. At some point, she should have just pulled them off, maybe.
Maybe she did.
Maybe?
Yeah, is that a common thing or not a common thing?
I don't. You're asking me?
I don't know.
On that note, let's get straight into last night's episode of Southern Charm because, Craig, you went to visit Austin after the Insta scandal with Madison, and in an effort to bolster your buddy, you came up with my favorite line of the night. Take it out.
Your girlfriend had her friend message a guy because she's so sneaky that she knows how to do this without getting caught.
Right.
Okay. I think she's a man-eater.
She only had like 3 boyfriends.
Because the other ones didn't respond on Instagram.
Do you, first of all, bravo. That was fantastic. Do you still think that she's a man-eater?
So I love Madison to death. I knew her before a lot of like the people that we're friends with now. I just don't think she should be in a relationship. And I don't think Austin should be either. I think they're really good at being single and that's what they should do. Yeah, she's, I mean, in a complimentary way, a man-eater. Like I don't know if anyone will ever be able to kind of
She can get it.
Yeah, like she knows what she's doing and she's good at it. And right now, Austin is the prey and he cannot seem to get out of the clutches of Madison.
Yeah, he seems a little addicted. Well, Chelsea and Shep also had some strong and differing opinions about the Madison-Austin situation. Check it out.
Listen, she could have walked away after that, and nobody would have blamed her one single bit.
That's what I'm saying. How can you be so upset over an Instagram
Because they tried to
message
make it
after
work.
you've been cheating on each other? To me, you get what you give.
So I'd love to get the guy-girl perspective on this. Did Chelsea have a point about the threesome, or was Madison just flat out in the wrong? Jodi?
I think she has a point. I think that you can't get that mad when there's been discrepancies on both sides. Like, you've both made mistakes, and clearly commitment isn't the main stable factor of this relationship. So really, like, what else do you expect?
That's a good point.
Craig?
Once the trust is gone, it will always be like this. It'll never come back. And that was my point from the beginning. So, you know, what we're arguing and talking about now, like, is the 7th time worse than the 6th time or the 8th time? I mean, it's really just exhausting. But, I mean, to Shep's credit, they did try and say it's a completely clean slate. Let's have a normal relationship. And then she got caught doing that, and I thought it was dishonest. I mean, his was dishonest, but yeah.
Who was filming it? Who was filming the threesome?
I know, that's...
No, wasn't it? It was one of the girls who was allegedly in the threesome who started filming.
I always thought Madison set up the camera, but then when I looked back,
conspiracy.
like, she doesn't actually look at it, so I guess it was the girl that was on the couch, like, new stuff was about to go down.
I just think if you're working that hard to keep a relationship together, it's probably not worth it.
Well, and that's what no one understands. We're just like, what is it, guys? Like, what is keeping you together? Because both of you are attractive people. Like, just go live your life.
Sometimes it's just a chemical thing. You can't quit people. I don't know. Well, meanwhile, on the girls' trip in the woods, Danny and Naomi confronted Catherine.
Your personality has been a little bit testy, and the only thing that I can equate to it is the fact that you're seeing this guy, and I know your pattern of behavior, and I know when you start to, like, avoid.
I'm not avoiding anything. I'm just living my life, man.
Well, in response to the dinner debate, this viewer posted a very strongly written tweet, which read as follows: Danny addressed a legit issue with Catherine, and then Naomi piggybacked off of it to talk about her car and shame her spending habits. It's now your business. Where do you guys stand on this? Are you team Danny, Naomi, or team Catherine?
I mean, I'm clearly team Catherine, but...
Me too. I mean, no one has the right to tell
No,
her how to
and
spend her cash.
I think it was kind of like a easy way out, so to take the attention off maybe what was going on in their lives, and they're like, let's keep it about Catherine. And I mean, I talked to Catherine in private. Like, I was like, if you're actually concerned about her, I pulled her aside and I was like, Catherine, you don't really need this car right now. Like, what's going on? But I feel like it was kind of an ambush. And yeah, I thought, I understand. I think you'll see in upcoming episodes that she has a, you know, kind of like a blow up about this. And I was on her side about it.
Amazing. Jodi?
When it comes to the car issue, I'm on Catherine's side. Her money, she can do whatever she wants. When it comes to the accountability side, I kind of see both perspectives. I see Catherine saying, like, guys, like, I'm finally in a good place. Like, let me just live my life.
Right.
But I also see her friends. I don't think it's them prying. I think it's genuine concern.
Right, because the last time she went MIA,
they've seen the bad side.
I mean, how many times have I yelled, like, let me live my life? To, like,
well, you haven't done it yet, so I hope
not
you do it
this
before.
season. Yeah, I know.
No, I meant today. I hope that you'll say it on this show before the time is up. So.
Well, if this is like an intervention and a way to get
we
me
actually
there,
did to talk to you
today.
Yes.
Well, look, we're excited for next week's episode. Jodi, thank you very much for being here today. Always a pleasure having you on the show. Craig is actually going to hang out a little bit longer, and after the break, we'll be playing a hopefully revealing game. You excited?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Stick around.
I just need someone to nag me that's not my girlfriend.
Welcome back to the show. I am still joined by Southern Charm's Craig Conover, so I'm really glad that you could stick around.
Thanks. No, I mean, I love being here. For some reason, this is really fun.
What do you mean for some reason?
Because I know I'm going to get myself in trouble at some point. But
Yes, you are. Very shortly, I hope. But let's talk about your evolution this season, because you did start off as a new man, straight from the Bahamas, with a new positive and motivated outlook, and you even got yourself an assistant. So let's have a look.
We have a few emails we need to respond to. So, we need to... Did you really order that?
I don't remember that, but, you know.
So is Anna still working with you?
She is, and she's wonderful. She's one of, that was the couple that I went to their wedding in the Bahamas and how I found the Bahamas and became best friends with her and her husband, and she kind of started to do things for me anyway, because it was driving her crazy how I would ignore my phone and stuff. And I was like, you know what, this is working, let's just make this a thing. And so it worked out.
And would you be down to play a little game?
Of course.
Okay. It's called Cast on Blast. And the way it's going to work is that I'm going to throw up a photo of one of your castmates, and then I want you to tell me 3 things about them. Something charming, something alarming, and something we didn't know.
Okay.
We couldn't think of a rhyme for the third one, so it's and something we didn't know. So first up, it's your boy, Shep Rose. Tell us 3 things.
Something interesting about Shep is that he can't tell a lie, and it drives me nuts. So even if we needed to get out of a situation, he will always tell the truth. Something I don't like is that we never want to do the same thing ever. He's always down to do something. He's very spontaneous, but we never want to do the same thing, so then we both go in our opposite ways. And he kind of has to be babysat. Sometimes this last time in the Bahamas was a little bit of a rough one, but...
Babysat in what way?
He gets kind of an attitude like a little kid, which we all can, and then I have to chase him around like a mom chasing a toddler, being like, oh.
Like Anna chases you around.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah, so,
I like that. Synchronicity.
Yeah.
All right, well, next up, it is your girl, Catherine Dennis. What is something alarming, charming, and something we didn't know about her?
Charming is, she's like a sister to me, so I can always, when she's there, count on her for anything. Alarming is, we'll go, weeks without talking to each other sometimes, but when we do finally meet up, it's like nothing ever changed. Her boyfriend's awesome. Everyone knows about him now, but Hunter is amazing.
That's great.
Something you didn't know? I don't know. She's pretty transparent person.
Yeah, that's true. She's an open book.
Yeah, she's kind of an open book.
Okay, we'll let you slide on that one. And we'll move on to Cameron. What can you tell us about Mama Bear Cameron?
I love Cameron, obviously. She's awesome. Something that's either alarming or you didn't know is she hosted Girls Gone Wild one time. She's on the cover.
What? Really?
Yeah, after Real World, she's on the cover, and she had to be the person on the bus, but she's really embarrassed of, she will be mad at me for that, which is funny. Whitney found it once and ordered it, I think.
That's so cool. I just can't imagine that. Yeah. Wow.
And then something you don't know or just alarming. I don't know. So she drives Shep and I crazy with bathroom humor, because Shep and I don't like bathroom humor, and that's Cameron's favorite thing. So that's that's the one.
That's very unexpected.
Yeah,
because boys love toilet humor, and I just wouldn't expect Cameron to
she literally will just push and push and push and poke at Shep. I'll just walk away because I know what she's like. But yeah, she kind of gets Shep on that.
I'm sure Patricia would be very proud that you don't enjoy toilet humor. We had her on the show recently, and she was very classy. Very classy. She made me feel like trash. Okay. Just kidding. And lastly, your bestie, Austin.
Austin and I get along very well, and we do a lot together. And when we're together, I don't have to babysit him, which is good. He's kind of as an equal to me, and how messed up we probably both are at the same time. But he's not as spontaneous as I would want him to. I tried to get him to come up here and visit you guys with me, but he has so much anxiety right now, he couldn't really pull the trigger, which I understand because he's still dealing with stuff. But and then a fun fact is, I don't know, Austin is a sweetheart. He's got a huge heart. Trying to think of a fun.
Is there something about him that would completely blow our minds, like with Cameron being the Girls Gone Wild host?
Oh yeah. Trying to think. I don't know. He's weird. He's fascinated with beer, which we all know, and he knows everything about it. Yeah, I don't know.
That's okay. We're going to let you slide on that.
Because everything's so mean. I was like, I don't know.
We don't want to get you into trouble. It's all good. You've been a great sport, though. We are going to go to break. When we return, though, we're going to be joined by Broad City's Arturo Castro and YouTube food critic Kalen Allen. They'll be joining us for some Housewives chats. You're going to stick around?
Sure.
You guys should stick around, too. We'll be right back.
Mario's not bringing somebody that he might like, but you have a flirt going on at the same time?
I'm allowed.
Welcome back. I've assembled quite the squad because I have Craig from Southern Charm still hanging out here. And now joining us are two guys that have definitely made you lol all over the place. First up, we stole him from Ellen. It's YouTube food critic Kalen Allen. Welcome.
So great.
And his new show, Alternatino, premieres June 18th on Comedy Central. It is Arturo Castro.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. Such talent all assembled on this couch. Are we ready to talk Housewives?
Let's do it, baby.
Okay. Well, look, the Housewives of New York City was still in Miami on last night's episode where Luann seemed very understandably triggered by Sonya's intoxicated tumble.
As a friend,
No, I understand.
I cannot watch her spiral down. I mean, you know how lucky she didn't hit herself on the table?
You didn't check on Sonya.
I didn't check on Sonya because I didn't know what happened to Sonya. I was in bed.
Nobody's checking on me to see how I'm doing. Does anybody check on me? Are you okay, Lou?
Okay, so considering that Luann has had her own battles with alcoholism, do we think she was justified in not checking on Sonya, or should she have just, like, stuck her head in?
She should have stuck her head in. And she had no right to be upset that the other people didn't come to her because, girl, you weren't drunk.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's just really funny to be like, well, I know she might have had a life-threatening concussion, but what about me and my neck exercises right before I go to sleep? These wrinkles do not take care of themselves,
They
you
do
know?
not.
They
Right.
do.
Right.
And everybody has that friend that makes it about themselves. It's like, yes, their father died, but how did I look in the
But
picture?
that's like been Luann this whole season. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, and just because you also used to have an alcohol problem doesn't mean that your friend's not dying in the other room. I mean, you gotta check on people.
To be fair, she was better than Tinsley and Ramona, who were like, is that an ambulance? Anyway, which club are we going to?
Right, yeah. True.
Like
True,
legit
true.
checking themselves in the rear view mirror of the ambulance and be like,
Right.
They were checking themselves in the reflection of the gurney. I mean, it was a lot. Well, later, after a day of culture and being gifted about $20,000 worth of art, it was time to party, and Sonya had some fun messing with Ramona and her boys.
I don't know if Ramona's having Mario there to play with him like a cat with a ball of yarn, but I'm just gonna sit back and watch.
I like your sneakers, your skinny jeans. What do you think, Ramona?
Mario always
Oh,
looks good.
Ramona has a date coming today.
Okay, what was Ramona's end game here? I'm really uncertain. Was she trying to win Mario back?
It just seemed a little messy, but I love Sonya. Sonya is me, definitely. I would have definitely blew her cover, but I don't know. I really don't know what the end goal is. Maybe she's trying to get, Mario back by just putting a little ploy into it,
Yeah.
It sounds really Spanish soap opera, It's Mario, a third person. Like, it's like, calm down. Like, it's okay.
I don't know. What do you reckon, Craig?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some motives there.
Yeah.
It's like, look how well I'm doing now. Are you jealous? Are you jealous? And then, yeah, Sonya's awesome. I love her. And
My
she's
life
like,
is
I see
awesome.
exactly.
Right.
I'm over you. So
I'm definitely over you and not worried about
Right.
anything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they have they tried to reconcile once before, so who knows? Maybe they will again, because the sparks are definitely still there. And I think Mario's kind of attractive.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if this is the right way to do it. Not the healthiest
But I
way.
think Mario took it very well, though.
He did.
And
yeah.
her date is being like, wait, am I here just as an aphrodisiac for you guys?
No one really knew what was going on.
Nobody, he got no camera time in the first place.
Maybe they had a threesome later.
Maybe.
Oh, I
Could
hope
have been.
so. I hope so for
Wrong.
Look at me when you said that.
Their friends had one.
Luann is like,
Oh,
yes, they
yeah,
had a
that's
threesome,
true.
but what about my neck exercise?
Oh, my goodness.
Calm down, Luann.
Well, while Ramona was juggling two dudes, poor old Tinsley couldn't even face one.
It's gonna take a little while. Polka dot is single and cute and fun. You never know. So the store's open. So just hang out. I'm gonna. Yeah. He's into it. He's into it. So just hang out.
Cute. You're like a little girl. I am a loser.
Oh, my heart hurts for her. Okay, look, each of you are very funny and quick-witted, so I want each of you to come up with a pickup line that Tinsley should have used to bag that rich dude. So, okay, Lynn, do you want to go first?
Hi, I'm rich too.
10 out of 10 for that one.
Yeah.
Arturo?
Is this a British hunting game? Because I'm after that silver fox.
Oh, okay.
Someone came to work today.
Make it rain, make it rain.
I don't know. Did you just leave the bank? Because you look at my golden ticket, or my new golden ticket. But I guess she already has a golden ticket, so I forget they're all rich.
Exactly.
Oh my God, you guys just killed that. I don't really know where to go from there.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to go to break.
We should talk about Australian habits of
Oh, you want to talk about Australian habits?
Yeah.
You think that she should have said, you know what's really fun is alcohol in your... No, I'm kidding. All right, it is time for one last break, but when we come back, we will be hitting you with a great moment in reality TV history. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Today's moment in reality history is very fitting as we do have a prestigious food critic sitting here with us. But right now, enjoy this clip.
Okay.
Is this chicken what I have, or is this fish?
In this 2003 episode of Newlyweds, Nick and Jessica, 23-year-old Jessica Simpson famously revealed she wasn't quite sure if her tuna salad was fish or fowl.
I know it's tuna, but it says chicken by the sea.
Chicken of the Sea is the brand.
Oh.
Sadly, just 2 years later, both the show and the marriage were cancelled.
What?
But Jessica's hilarious brain freeze remains one of the greatest moments in reality history.
I understand that. I read it wrong.
Kaylin, we're going to need for you to do your next video on that.
Well, the bad thing is I've made the same mistake before. Have you? I have. I went to the store and, I was like, ooh, let me get some chicken in the can because I need to put in my little pasta side. And I had never bought chicken in a can before, so I picked it up and it said chicken of the sea. So I was like, oh, there's the chicken. Got home and I was like, baby, this is not chicken.
Well, yeah. Well, they're running instinct, the sea chickens. There's a foundation for it.
Yeah.
All right, well, look, everyone, make sure you catch Craig on Southern Charm on Bravo. Make sure you catch Alternatino on Comedy Central, premiering June 18th. And make sure you catch Kalen on his YouTube channel and, of course, on Ellen. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. How much fun was this?
Oh, my God, so much fun.
So much fun. Like, totally.
It's a recurring weekly thing now.
Yeah, they're going to be back next week.
Right.
I am Lyndsey Rodrigues, and I will actually check you next week. Make sure you tune in. So where are we going for drinks, guys?
Yeah, with Bethany.